Okay, so it's me again, YouTube. Hey y'all. I know y'all like it this time of the morning, I know, right? But you know what? When it's early in the morning like this, or like really like this, because um, I get my best juices, my juices get to flowing in my mind. And let's just talk for a minute, okay? I'm not trying to take back my girl's title, because she always say let's talk. But let's holler at each other if we can. You know, outside of all the things that is going on with this thing that's going around from country to country, and with the so-called headships of the countries and the world and everything, I'm glad today that I took time out to just sit and do nothing but just have a downtime, have a restart, rewind. Even though in my life I have accomplished a whole lot of things. Okay, this is what y'all don't know. So there's a lot of stuff y'all don't know. But back in 2000 and 2003, I want to say. Let me see. Yeah, 2003. I had an idea. I wanted to come up with my own um, makeup line or skincare line. So I actually started it and I named it my first name, okay? And because I like my name, okay? Call it what you want. So, however, I only came up with enough capital to get my samples, okay? I didn't come up with enough to mass produce the way that I wanted to. And so I never forgot that. My kids was able to see me with all the struggles that I had had in my life and that I was still going through. Anything that I had put my mind to, I did. And when my kids saw those samples arrive by UPS and I got to unpacking them, the eyeshadows, the lipsticks, the foundations and stuff like that, and they saw my name on it, they just went wow. They was like, Mom, look, you did it, you did it. They just thought that was the best thing since ice cream, okay? And they didn't know that in my spirit I was feeling kind of bad because I knew I didn't have the money to mass produce, but to see it at least get in front of me, to see my vision come to fruition just in that step, just sparked me even the more. See, here's the thing, every goal that I've had, I've conquered. The only little light, as they say, that I have not did is it's got a tattoo, but that's nothing because all you gotta do is go sit in a tattoo chair and get it. But every goal I can honestly say that I've had in life, and I've actually had three different goal sheets. Goal, GOALS, goals sheet. I've had three, and I've did everything. God has been really, really good. What this tells me is, in the midst of things trying to wipe me out, I still have the capability to pursue and conquer all. In the midst of whatever, I can still pursue and conquer my dream. So I'm sitting here now, and I'll be 50 this year if the Lord see fit. And I keep thinking, is there anything else that I really want to do? What is it that I can work on now? Because my biggest obstacle that I wanted to get was my PhD, my doctorate degree. And I was blessed to get that in 2015. And I was blessed to show my grandkids and my kids and my mom. I didn't get a chance to show my dad because he passed away before I got it, but I know he knows, you know. So when I sit back and look over my life and I think about the things that I've been through that should have like wiped me out, I should have been crazy. Um, I really shouldn't be where I am today. That's why a lot of times I see and hear what people say. Cause here's what the thing is: What people don't understand, they crucify. Okay? If they change you like them, they will still have something to say. So you might as well be authentic to yourself. There is a saying that says, to thine own self be true. And that's what I try to do, is be true to me. Make me happy, be true to me. So I I even did I haven't did a CD, like my own titled CD, but I was able to get in the studio and lay out some background um, for a couple of rappers. I was able to do some ad libs on songs. So I mean, even with that, I wanted to get in the studio. Well, God blessed me to get in the studio. You see what I'm saying? So I've been a homeowner twice. Um, just different things, and like I said, I was sitting here, and different people bring out the best, or they can bring out the worst in you. And I know I was telling y'all, I came on here earlier about Will Smith, but I like his mindset. When he turned 50, he jumped out of a plane. Now, let me give this disclaimer. I ain't jumping out nowhere because I'm scared of heights, okay? So, but the thing that my transition into, like, he said something about that thing that you fear, that's the thing you should do, because you putting limits on yourself. And I'm paraphrasing, but he said that when he did his big reveal, when he jumped out of the helicopter. Um, and I thought about that, and I'm like, dang, all these obstacles that were stacked up against me, a dark skinned woman, dark skinned girl from the projects that had kids out of wedlock, that was being molested, raped, was in incest, abused, stripped, um, man, was a dope man's girl for a while. I mean, you said I almost did it, okay? And to see, like I said, where God has brought me to, I don't let people play with that. Because let me tell you something. Some people are messed up. They don't know to what level they're messed up. And sometimes trying to be there for somebody who is messed up can make you mess up. I'm gonna say that again. This is free, okay? This is counseling 101. Sometimes being there for somebody who's messed up emotionally, it could be physically, it could be spiritually, it can be mentally. When you be there for them so much that they don't know how to take the love and kindness that you're offering to change the situation, or step on that to make their situation better, or to think in other ways, but they keep using it, they become spiritual, mental, emotional vampires. They begin to suck the very life out of you. All you want to do is help the person, but sometimes the very person that needs the help is you. Because if you keep giving yours to bad people, you giving your goodness and your strength and your energy and your mind and your love to somebody who just sucks it up and don't do anything with it, and then when you're depleted, they move on, because that's a succubus. And it's in the Bible, but that they talking about sexual content in there. But I'm just using that word because I said it sucks the life out of you. You know, a whole lot of us can probably pick some people that is still around us who does that. It's like no matter how much you give them, they want more. It becomes exhausting after a while. You find yourself focusing more on what they doing, on what they need, and your stuff gets neglected. Okay. You have to flip the switch Even if they start saying, I thought you loved me, you know, because friends are saying to me, how you going to be my friend? You said you love me. Well, I do. But I don't love you enough for me to fail. I don't love you enough for me to go under. I don't love you enough that I would give my soul out for you when you don't want to change. Or you don't want to give nothing up to become the person you claim you want to be. I'm not going to let you wear me down, you know, just so you can be happy. It becomes a point where you have to give tough love, okay? And tough love sometimes is no. Can you know? Well, you did it last time, but I'm not doing it this time. No. You know? So, I said that because I said about me making some more goals. And I'm talking to somebody out there too. I'm not ready to throw in the towel. I still have a lot of living to do. And the only thing, if I did set another goal that I have not did, is like move out of the state. But, you know, get my butterfly tattoo, move out the state. That's the only two things, if I set another goal, those would be the only two things that I would have left. Even when it came to my weight loss, I actually lost the weight I wanted to lose. I just kept setting more goals. Okay? So, like I said, I listen to, I don't idolize anybody but God, but there are certain people that when I look at them, I'm like, okay, it makes sense. That's very intelligent. I can do it, you know? Um, so I'm sitting here now, and I'm thinking how much time over the last maybe month that I've wasted. You know, and time is something you cannot get back. There was a sabbatical that I was supposed to have taken, but the love I have for someone, I didn't take the sabbatical for me because I didn't want this person to feel like that they were abandoned and that nobody was there for them. And, you know, it just became this thing. So I sacrificed my sabbatical, you know, to put my eggs in a basket and to think about my future and my well-being and to make sure that this, and this is in a row because I love someone, okay? You know, and that happened again, okay? So I'm like, okay, that happened again. I seen that I gave up again, me taking care of some important stuff that I needed to take care of because once again, this particular friend I felt needed me, and they more or less said they needed me. But I realized the more I give, the more they're taking. But they have a boundary how far they'll go for me. Okay? I'm saying this to help somebody. It's like they want me to go all out and give up everything as long as they feel like I'm in their corner, I'm there, I'm supporting them. Okay? But when it comes to me saying, can you step just 1 inch over the line for me, you know, no, can't do it. And don't ask me to do it. So I'm like, okay, I see how this is. This is one-sided. So what I have to do is cut it off. Sometimes the only way to kill a snake is to cut the head off of it. Because other than that, some snakes slither back together. Look it up. So it's not that I'm not going to be there for that person, but I'm going to be there for that person within limits, within when I want to. That's where we're coming with this one at. It's where when I have to, when I make up in my mind, okay, now is the time for me to, you know, be there when I want to be there. I'm not mandating myself to be there no more. because I learned, again, this is free therapy for some people. Sometimes people don't care if you're low. Like, okay, y'all, I was supposed to be out of town right now, right? I lost my sister-in-law 5 days, no, 4 days before I lost my sister-in-law. I lost my cousin. Now, those are two deaths back to back within a week. This particular person knows this, okay? Still, it's about them, what they want, what they desire. Well, why can't you be there for me? Well, why ain't you doing this? Well, why ain't you, I need you right now. Dude, girl, I just lost a loved one. Can I please grieve? I mean, hey, forgive me for just wanting to have a shoulder that I can say outside of my mate, have somebody I can say, man, this is really, let me grieve, let me talk, let me get it out. Y'all know the month of May has been hard for me because, like I said, my dad, he died uh, a day after my anniversary. My cousin died on Mother's Day on his way in town to see his mother. My uncle was killed the day before Mother's Day and was found on Mother's Day. Um, I mean, it's just so now I have a cousin who died before Mother's Day, and then I have a sister-in-law who died before Mother's Day. You see what I'm saying? You know, so it's like, dude, when are you gonna put on the big boy underwear? Girl, when you gonna put on the big girl underwear and say, screw me right now, get it all out. Let's talk. How you feeling? But when you have somebody, y'all, that is self-absorbed and they're messed up, I mean, they're really messed up and they don't think they messed up. That's the thing. That's what the killer is. When you messed up and you don't know it. Everybody else around you know it. You don't. And when somebody love you enough to try to help you know that maybe this right here needs to be worked on, this right here can use just a little bit more, focus on it and all this and stuff. Well, let's talk about your past. Something happened because you're this. I don't want to talk about my past. No, we ain't gonna do this. No, we ain't gonna. Really? Okay. So it comes down to you or them. You or them. Set your goals. Focus on your goals. Those that can walk with you while you doing your goals, those that encourage you, those that are not self-absorbed with what they want, their needs, their cravings, then them the ones that you keep around, them the ones that you walk with, them the ones, because you know what, iron sharpens iron, and we all come out ahead. We all come out to the point. And sometimes it's family, y'all, and I know some people say, well, I can't get away from my family, and sure you can. You can put limits in place. Look, we're not going to talk about this. We're not going to talk about that. And when you need X, Y, and Z, don't automatically assume that I'm going to be the one that's going to be there. Because a lot of people going to have to swim. They either going to sink or swim. But you can't let them pull you down with them. And let me tell you something. Okay, so me personally, I don't particularly care for alcoholics. Not in a bad way. Like, I can counsel anybody. I'm talking about in my personal life. I'm going to tell you why. My dad, one of the main things that, and really basically the only thing that got him was alcohol. There was a period in his life, when I tell y'all, my dad has won awards. He's got so many awards and honors. And these ain't no cheap. I'm talking about from different countries. Because he was the baddest. Do you hear me? He was a GOAT in what he did. But there was times when that little boy in him sometimes spoke up louder than the man, and that little boy would go back to what his dad did to him when he was little, and to get away from those things that happened. And it wasn't sexual, y'all. Everything ain't sexual. Let me just say that. But to get away from those things that happened, he would start drinking. Okay, and he would go on a drinking frenzy to where it was bad. And a couple of times it got so out of hand they had to call the cops. They took him down to the hospital. Um, his sister's number was in his wallet, so they called her, and she's like, "I can't do nothing with him. Let me call his daughter. Talking about me." And so she was like, "You need to get to the hospital." I said, "What's wrong?" She said, "My brother, your daddy, he's went off and blah blah. And they can't calm him down. They talking about locking him up. They gonna shoot him and blah 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 blah." I said, "Okay, I'm on my way." And she's like, "No, you have to do something. You have to do something, cause he ain't look. I mean, I could hear him." And I said, "Put the phone up to his ear." I put it on speaker, so he can hear me. And she said, "If he'll take it," I said, "I didn't tell you give it to him." I said, "Put it where he can hear it." And he was going off, and I said, "Daddy." He's like, he got real quiet. Huh? I said, "Daddy, is that my baby girl? Is that my baby girl?" Like that. And I said, "Yo, Daddy, you gotta calm down." "I'm okay, baby." Oh, and I'm like, "I'm on my way, okay? But you gotta calm down, okay? You gotta calm down." So I got up there and everything, and his nurse was telling me, how his behavior had been, and she asked me some questions and all this and stuff. And then I stepped in the room because he was trying to get agitated again. And when I stepped in the room, he said, "Where's my baby girl?" He started crying and all this and stuff. So I particularly in my life, I don't like drunks. I don't have that around me. It's one thing for somebody to take a drink, maybe two, but a drunk, mm-mm, mm-mm. It does something to me, because after a while it's not cute. Most drunks end up mean, because again, these are people who have issues that they are not dealing with. And so once they get in that bottle really well, oh, that bottle speaks, and you start seeing the real them. And I know people say, "I wasn't really me." Yes, yes, it was. That was the real you. So you can't love a person more than they love. You can't love a person. Let me see. How do I want to say this? You can't love a person hoping that they will love themselves. If a person don't truly love themselves, the love you give them sometimes makes no difference, because they'll find fault in how you're loving them when they don't love themselves. But they can pinpoint how you're loving them and tell you that's not what they need. If you just did ABC, then they would have been okay. But if you had did ABC, they would have said, "Well, you should have did 1, 2, 3." See what I'm saying? Because there's something wrong with them that they're not wanting to face, so they point the finger at everybody else. So what do? You stay focused on you. Like I said, I have a philosophy. I will love those that will let me love them. If you don't want my love and you push me away, okay. I'm not going to be a rapist. I'm not going to force anything on you. It is what it is. Then everybody goes through transitions, even me, even you, where sometimes we need that love and we don't know how to accept it. But people can tell the difference in, this person really want what I have. They're just having a hard time letting go of what they've always done. That's different. When somebody blatantly, and you can tell the difference in their behavior, when they tell you, "No, I ain't going to," and they show you that, you can't keep giving them love. It'll never be enough. If you give them 1, 2, 3, they want 4, 5, 6. They'll keep on until you have nothing. And then when you're spiritually, emotionally, mentally empty, then they move on. That's what you call a spiritual vampire. That's what you call an emotional vampire. They suck the very life out of you. Don't be a victim. And if you're already in that situation, step back, take some time, and evaluate the situation. Make you some goals where you are, where you want to be, and just start working on it. Will Smith said tonight, put one block down. Get that one block down solid and keep doing one block at a time. And then before long, you'll have a wall. Because that's what you want to do. You're building a wall. You're building a legacy. But you can't build a wall all at one time. You have to be, the wall has to be on a sure foundation. It has to be solid. It has to be placed correctly. And it has to be sturdy. You have to be stable. And I tell anybody who enters into my life, there's two things that I need: loyalty and stability. Them two things right there is non-negotiable. I don't care who you are. I tell my husband that. Loyalty, stability. You can't give me them two, we can't be together. Because in my lifetime, a whole lot of people that should have protected me from some stuff didn't. And then they told the story, but they told the story in their favor and they didn't tell the truth. So like I said, in this time of the morning, it's my reflection time. Like, it's been raining off and on today here in Kentucky, like cats and dogs. And I'm in my media room just sitting here listening to it rain. I was listening to different videos and stuff, and then I started listening to business stuff, and then I just got quiet. Sometimes it's best to just get quiet. Turn off or turn down everything and just sit and listen to absolutely nothing. You'll be amazed how many people can't even sit 5 minutes like that before they're reaching for their phone, or they playing some music, or they get up and do something. You have not spent quality time with yourself. You don't know you. You have not been intimate. Into me, you see, you have not had intimacy with yourself. Not sexual intimacy, because intimacy is not always sexual. But into me, you see, you have not thought about you. And this is a warning. If you do have somebody in your corner that is down for you like 4 flat tires, don't use their love and their understanding and until they have no more compassion and love for you. Because when that person's out of your life, most people die. Most people shrivel up. Most people, the loneliness that they feel from that. It's one thing to be alone, that's singular. But the loneliness that you feel, that's a whole inward thing. And some people can't deal with the loneliness. So while you got somebody in your corner, while you got somebody that shows you love, understanding, connect with them to build the wall. Position your wall. Position your brick. Make sure your foundation is stable and begin to build. So that's all I'm gonna say on that. That's why me and I don't. Somebody who drinks a lot, I just, because drunks become mean. They start off laughing, and then they get to that dark place where they become mean. I can't, It's a choice. I choose not to. And that's my choice. It doesn't mean that I don't like and love anybody, but when that happens, I choose not to be a part of it. It's not productive for me. Not at all. Now, if you choose to be around it, then hey, my head goes off to you. You get more kudos than I do. But somebody's drunk, I can't take it. I'll be like, oh, peace. I'll bounce with the quickness. And 9 times out of 10, I always hear, you ought to be glad you left, because such and such a act a complete fool. See, I don't have time for that. Because, at this point in stage in life, what's going on outside of your walls with it, this little thing that's going around to country visiting like it's, a scoring level. Yeah, and with the government and stuff that we have, honey, everybody has a reason to drink and get high and all this and stuff if you really think about it. So, I mean, some people just get drunk because it's what, Friday? You know. So, I'm not no judge. Don't at me. This is me, and I'm talking about me. So, anyway, I think this is my last time coming over here tonight. I'll probably be back tomorrow. Excuse me. I actually got a prayer breakfast tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. Um, I forgot to ask my mother that I might text her in a few minutes because she gets up with the birds, honey. She get up at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm girl, girl, that is too early for the kid. But shoot, you see what time it is. I don't go to bed till this time, and then I turn around and get up at 8, so I can't talk. And then I'm up the whole day until around about maybe 4:30, 5 o'clock, and somehow I just start nodding. Then I take an hour nap, and I'm up. So, but I think I'm going to lay right here instead of going in there and getting in my bed. And I know my husband's going to be like, wait, you sleeping? See. But I feel led to just lay here tonight and just lay here until I fall asleep. So, y'all be blessed. Again, this is your girl Coco929. Thanks to all my new subbies. I have several new subbies. So thank you guys. I said I was going to start writing you all's name down and shout you out. But you know who you are, and I appreciate you, and I thank you so much for finding something that I've said worthy to be a part of the movement. Like I said, I'm not perfect. I strive to be, but I'm not. And just thank you. That's all I can say. It's real. It's real, y'all. I'm serious, but you guys. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. So I'm gonna say this real quick. My son-in-law, one of my daughter's husbands, his mother sent me a Mother's Day package over here. That's my girl Pearl though. We started off kind of rocky, but that's my girl Pearl now. She sent a gift bag over here. It had a beautiful smelling candle in it. Oh my goodness. She bought me some expensive earrings. I was like, shut up. What else was in that bag? Candle, earrings, a keychain, and I'm sorry, y'all, something else. I was like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So when people are nice to you, say thank you. Count it a blessing because people don't have to be nice to you. There is nowhere written in the book that somebody have to pick you to be the one that they be nice to. So I'm just blessed. Anytime God placed me on somebody's heart for them to do anything for me, I'm like, thank you. Even with my book sales and people who pick me to be their counselor and stuff, because they know I tell people my life, like the horrible things that happen to me, because I want them to know that this is where I've been, and now I'm a counselor. So it's your decision to say, no, she's done too much, I've been through too much for her to counsel me. Or, it's for you to say, well, shoot, if she'd been through all that, my problem, she'd be the perfect one to help me. So, just saying. But I'm always upfront and honest about what I've done and what I've been through. I don't care. Like I tell everybody, if God knows, I don't care if you know. So, all right, y'all. I'm getting over here because I'm getting sleepy. You hear me yawning again, right? Okay. So, you all have a wonderful, and remember, don't let the vampires take your life. Don't let them suck your life out. Okay? The only way to kill a vampire is either with garlic, which is an antibiotic in a sense, or a stake through the heart, which is making a stand for what you believe. The garlic represents having a solid foundation, and taking that wooden thing and stick it through their heart. It's making a stand on what you believe. Okay? All right, y'all. I'm through. Smooches. Thanks for supporting Coco 929.